Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Got another crossout build video for us. Today's video is going to be on this 10,000 power score Battle for Uranium Atom Narwhal build. Now I'll say straight off the bat that this is the first Atom build that I've played or seen for 10k that is actually really good. Now, for the build itself, we've got an Omnibox cabin. This helps buff our speed and our reload, and this is actually really, really good for atoms, which I'll explain in a bit. We've got two Narwhals, just for some really good damage, but also got some good range, so we can kind of fight anything I needed to. They also do 20, the perk, for those who don't know, is 20% more damage against weapons, wheels, and modules. So if you need to wheel someone or strip someone, you can do that, and the projectile speed is very high. We've got a trombone. Trombone in Battlefield Arena is actually fantastic. The reason is because you can't obviously get like a Mastodon heat or a Helican heat for your team. So having a trombone to be like kind of like a fifth player is really nice. Also, because the builds in Battlefield Arena are much smaller in general, you get the trombone is more likely to actually hit a part of the card that you want to shoot. It's not going to hit like the rear, the very back of the build, or stuff like that. What else we got? We got Cyclops as well because we wanted to buff the reload of the Noggles and the trombone. And the reload is also buffed by the Omnibox cabin by 20%, by the way. So, for those who don't know, the Omnibox cabin has two modes. The first mode is an engine mode, which buffs speed by 15% and power by 25%. So, in speed mode, you can hit the top speed of this build, which is actually 84 or 85 kilometers an hour, which is very fast. It actually caps out on the cabin and the atom speed, which is really nice. It's kind of the dual purpose for that. So you can use speed mode to get to the fight, which I will illustrate now. You start in speed mode, I should say. I think we can get to 84 or 85 quite easily, quite fast, as you can see, much faster than a grinder. And then when we switch over into reload mode, we get 20% reload on both of the guns and the trombone. Now, I will say that this is probably the highest DPS cannon build that you can get in Battlefield Uranium. It's actually a very high DPS weapon build, I should say, because you get the Nargles do really good damage. You get the heat from the trombone, you get the reload from the cab, you get the reload from the Cyclops. So we'll kind of illustrate what I mean now against my own build. So there's 4,300 HP, and we'll see just how long it takes to chew through that much HP with cannons, bearing in mind. Now, cannons aren't meant to be DPS weapons. They're meant to be like, well, what do we call it? Opportunistic sort of single fire weapons to peak, but these are such high DPS you can't actually use as DPS. So let's have a look. Refill trombone, and then we'll farm. Yeah, that's not too bad, to be honest, for, like I said, a cannon build. That's significantly faster than, well, anything else you would see at this power score. That's much faster than an Elephant or a Raijin or an Executioner is going to chew through 4,000 HP. Also, bear in mind that that was against a cabin, so we don't get our 20% additional damage. So if we were trying to go through 4,300 of, say, weapons or something like that, it would be much faster. It'll be even faster, I would say. So, what we're going to do, we're going to jump into about 2 or 3, we're going to do a bit different today. We're going to do 2 or 3 Battle for Uranium games now where I talk about it. The reason for that is because I have some footage from yesterday when I was playing with the guys, some of the Rush guys, some of the Moab guys, and we were playing in a team. So I figured I would use some of that footage because there are some pretty good games involved. So what I kind of wanted to do some matches where I'm talking to you, the audience, and some matches where I'm not. Obviously, in the games where I'm playing with teammates like the Moab and the Rush guys, I'm not going to be talking to you guys, the audience, because that would be really fucking awkward if I just suddenly I was in a party with them and just started talking as if I was recording a video. That'd be really weird. So we're going to do 2 or 3 just where I talk about the build itself to when no one else in the party, and then we're going to show the games from yesterday because it did really, really well. Now, in terms of downsides for this build, or like vulnerabilities, they have the vulnerabilities that all atoms have, and that is melee, essentially. So in Battle for Uranium, you will go up against things like World Dogs. Now, against World Dogs, you don't actually do, it's not a bad, because you can kite a lot easier and you can shoot their guns. You do quite a lot of damage at guns. But against harvesters, you do have a problem because atoms are not meant to fight harvesters. On that note, I really think that atoms should probably get some resistances, or a buff, either a durability buff or some sort of melee resistances akin to the meat grinders, because if we look at them from like an aesthetic point of view, they're just a giant ball of steel, kind of like the meat grinder is just a giant chunk of steel. So you should get some melee resistances, I think, or at least some ram resistances, because they are very susceptible to just being rammed off or just harvested off, and those builds will counter you. What else? So yeah, if you are playing this in Battle for Uranium, this build is perfect if you want to fight the Destructor spam, Athena spam, or any shooting match, basically. As long as you're shooting at the enemy, or you're fighting Raijin cars or stuff like that, this build is amazing, to be honest. The only real downside is that when you go up against harvesters or things that just are fast, much, much faster than you and can ram your build around. But if you play Battle for Uranium, you'll kind of get an idea of which players does what. If you're playing in a team, that is, because you play against other teams. So as long as you don't take this against a full Harvester team, you should do absolutely fine. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. So we'll jump into games now, and thanks for watching. Okay, game number 1. Let's go. We'll probably do 3 of these videos where I'm talking to you guys, just to talk about build. But in terms of the enemy team, they had 3 Cyclone builds, which is actually good for us. And they had 1 Firebug, so we need to stay away from that bug if at all possible. But for the Cyclones, we'll probably just shoot guns, because we can do 720 damage. 720 damage against guns in 1 spam, or 1 volley. Team, I could use some help. Oh yeah. Now we're cooking. Yeah, his guns are low. Okay, one of our guys just killed someone. Let's go. Good job, guys. I just realized we're still in engine mode. We'll put that down to the first game. Oh, and that's a nice pop. Alright, let's push the spider down. Yeah, best not to ignore people in your back. You know. We'll just send a mass in since our team is right behind us. Oh yeah, I love this build. Okay, game number 2. Looks like we've accidentally jumped into a team game of some sorts, because I've been put as a 4th on a free teamer. But in terms of the other team, they had 3 strip builds. I think they were all Athenas, 3 Athena havers or something like that. And then 1 Cyclone car. But the Cyclone car had like buggy wheels, so we're just going to shoot his wheels when we see him. Luckily, my teammates look like they know what they're doing, so... Team, okay, I could use help. Okay, I have 3 guns tonight. Luckily, we're going to do well against the 3 hovers. So. Right, Cyclone stripped. I'm going to push this guy. Teammate, I need your help on the Athena to get him out of the way, please. Please push this guy. Okay, he's got 1. Teammates, just get the guy off of me, please, man. Please help me, please. Alright, you can just charge this guy to death. I'm gonna finish him, because he's annoying me. Right. Is he the last one? Good, he is. Alright, just ram him to death. See, I tried to... Ah, crap. Help me? Help me? Yeah, just keep ramming him. I'm sure eventually you can take off a hover. Okay, I'm just throwing my back up. Right, I can just trombone. How much damage does trombone do? Almost nothing, okay. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Alright, we'll call this the last game, man. Because like I said, I got footage from yesterday that I want to show, and I'll do the talking, the final talking after this match. But, sorry for getting kind of so talkative last match, but I'll explain why you don't do it that way from a team perspective. So me and the enemy, so it was me and an Athena on the other team, and we both had one stripped teammate pushing each other, if that makes sense. Now, in that situation, when my stripped teammate is pushing my opponent doesn't really care because he's on a hover. It doesn't bother him nearly as much. He can still shoot and have a dog at his feet, you know? Whereas for me, it's much more of a problem because if someone's pushing me, I can barely shoot, I can barely move, and his mass is going to screw me over a lot more. Okay. Yep, I see it. It does really well against hovers. I just took through this guy's hovers. Nice. Hopefully the world's dead. I believe that will car. I'm running with Firebug teammates, so I'm just going to shoot this guy's hovers. I still am not in reload mode. Okay, hello. Good shot, Liv. As you can see, I have the speed to keep up with hovers pretty well. And in this mode, because it's so low on power score, whoop, there we go. Yeah, because it's so low on power score, it's nice and easy. Okay, and that is it for the Atom Narwhal Trombone car at 10,000 power score. As you can see, it does really, really well as long as you're in a shooting match, essentially. If you're going up against spiders or ogres or hovers or ranged cars like Raijins and Whirls, it should do absolutely fine. The only time you come into problems is when you go up against melee builds, and melee builds are only, but that's not a weakness of the build, that's just a weakness of atoms in general, which is why they should probably get buffed to deal with that a little bit better. But as for the build itself, it is absolutely fantastic. The damage is really good. Trombone, really good. The range and being able to do damage at all ranges is really good as well. It's my favorite part of it. It just doesn't really matter what you fight. And yes, it's, as you can see, it's pretty much just a very anti-hover. If it kills anything the easiest, it's probably like, if you're worried about Destructor hovers and Athena hovers, one of these in the team, just leave a charge it because it doesn't care. It doesn't care about Athena hovers at all. So that's it for this video. I'll put this build, and I'll put this segment in after the 3 games we just did talking. The next probably 5 or 6 games after this is just going to be matches from yesterday where I'm with the guys, so I won't be talking to you lot. I'll just be talking in a party, just about random crap probably. But yeah, please, hope you enjoy the video, or the rest of the video I should say, and thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Clappy song really good. And Clappy got one done. Clappy stripped. Ooh. Harvest is dead. Nice. Ooh. Oh! That was one. Ooh, that'd be good, wouldn't it? Grinder, icebox execution fire. Francis got one. Cool. Who am I shooting? Hello, Clappy. Nice one. Man, the amount of PC guys who have fucking started streaming this week during the Uranium Wars is crazy. I keep getting a notification. Fucking EQWS, fucking, what's his name? I keep getting fucking notifications, like, really? Really? Not EQWS?
No, 5 weeks ago.
Alright, let's go, fellas. There's a guy on the right by the way.
But that's because EQWS are fucking weird, man.
Okay, he's stripped. Oh my god, he just shooting me. Oh, please, fuck. You don't need aim assist for playing audio, it's just fucking cabin these things, like. Oh my god, he's not having a good one. Ooh, guy on below. Harvey's going around the middle now somewhere.
Yeah, he's on the next to me.
Oh, I got two Harveys, okay. Both Harveys on me. One RV strip. And can you? Where is he?
I'm close. He's on the same side of me, but he's
I'll go right on him, man. Trombone is so nice in this one.
out the way. Have you got something on yours as well?
Yeah. Yeah, Vaz, let's go. Bring him on. Adams. Yo. Zoom. Zoom. Any second now. Thank you. Jesus. Oh, he's popped.